And hello and welcome to Days of the Wolf. This is D Wolf coming at you live somewhere in a secret location within the Northwest. Today is Tuesday, September 18th, 2018. The topic of today is actually a very interesting topic, and it's a topic of legitimacy versus dependability in the blockchain and cryptocurrency market. It's a post I've been kind of working on. The In a blockchain world, it is going to get progressively more and more complicated to deal with. At least with the initial, as with the initial conditions that are being played out. With the exchanges, the legitimate exchanges requiring KYC, know your customer, because of the mandated SEC regulations to have legitimate authentication and essentially to kiss the ring of the king. Um, this may have boded well, like in the past, until, of course, it didn't, until Experian got hacked when personal data was collected without permission on every income producing asset worthiness citizen. Now, thanks to this epic fail from the repositories, specifically from Experian, but I'm sure that the other credit repositories have at some point been leaked or even sold off, because these credit repositories, that's what they do, is they sell information to the people that want to get information about giving you a car loan or a house loan or even a credit check for employment. Everything is pretty much in their hands, and that exposed more than 125 million, perhaps even more, personal data. The immutable data facts like work history, residence history, mother's maiden name, birth date, social security numbers. Try changing those things. It's not going to happen. Truth be told, they lost my confidence long before that. It was always kind of a rigged game, in my opinion, and I could firmly believe that. As I know, these databases are for sale to vendors, credit collection companies, possibly courts. I honestly put no stock in the integrity of the credit system at all anymore. This is why I hang a lot on the blockchain being kind of the future. With that level of personalized data just out and about, now more than ever is the sound argument for a purely distributed blockchain currency solution. The legitimate side of the equation is already solved. The SEC and the custodial holders of your bank account or your financial account is already set by them. But it's not of benefit for the user, of course, wanting to have their own privacy protected. Not submitting to KYC, know your customer, to trade your own cryptocurrency through chains and channels that you choose, and not the chains and the channels and the hot e-wallet that is attached to the centralized exchange that you are utilizing, and they choose for you. This is where dependability comes into the picture. The technology is, for all practical purposes, dependable, unfailing, and only controlled by the knower and the secret of the keys, or the mnemonic phrase which would reconstruct your wallet, and that e-wallet that holds the irrefutable truth of the blockchain, the transactions, and everything. That unique transaction to and from other nodes on the blockchain network. Legitimacy and dependability run into sharp contrast with each other when it is legitimate for your bank to hold your money safely in a vault, to withdraw from and to deposit to, And the holdings are even FDIC insured for up to $250,000 until, of course, it's not. And all for a fee, of course. But it is also legitimate for third parties to seize the user's account, put a lien on the user's account, freeze out your access, the user's access to their own monies, for any reason designed and designated by sharply dressed officials, either officials of the court, the IRS, creditors that are able to get a judgment against you, things like that. So that dependability factor kind of goes to the wayside. Third-party interlopers on your first-party goods, that will never do. And this is the moment where legitimacy and dependability go their separate ways. The technology is dependable and is self-documenting on an immutable linked list record to measure the authenticity of transactions, not the personal nature of who the people are or the bots that are involved with those transactions. To the technology, it's just a data packet to a linked list, nothing more. So now we get to the subject of e-wallet management for better security. E-wallets and their purposeful construction for a surgical approach to protecting your privacy through tooling of your own e-wallets. To spread an aggregated risk of, say, 10% attached of all your crypto holdings to your hot e-wallet, which is attached typically to an exchange. 20% of that value should be diverged into warm e-wallets, which are not attached to your exchange or to your hot wallet, except maybe the transfer over, but are created on your computer or a tablet through the necessary areas. And 70% of that value of those cryptocurrencies are stored ultimately on a cold hardware storage wallet. This will keep a conservative estimation to an unforeseen compromise of how hot and warm wallets losses will play out. I will go out on a limb and I will say that there are maybe a good argument to keep 20% in your hot e-wallet and only 10% in your warm e-wallet. As while the KYC is sometimes a requirement to trade on their platform, their security is more or less on the tight end. As long as you, the user, cross your T's, dot your I's, you'll be relatively safe. I say the term relatively because they know your private keys, bottom line, and they are your custodial account. There's a third party that's involved with your account, and they are subject to the sharply dressed third party interlopers. I do not trust them, and that's it. It's just a matter of trust. Can I stake a controlled percentage of my crypto to research the exchanges, the pros and cons and weak points? Certainly. But as far as trust, absolutely not. In the end, you will want exchanges with no KYC, simple to use, a send and receive button on a UI, or user interface option, the amount that you want to send or receive, the denomination of the currency, maybe geocentrically located, from your smartphone, that will automatically initialize the proper denominations, or even a pre-selected denomination on the app, which is as simple as to download as to download an app for your phone. So for now, Expect to learn how to use Etherscan and MetaMask. Those are two tools that are online that are very helpful in understanding the bird's eye view of the blockchain itself. I myself am looking for a distributed spectrum pointing to a non KYC distributed answer or solution. And hopefully, you're looking for the same. Anyway, this is my little overview of legitimacy and dependability. And this is D Wolf signing off.